Hello everyone, Barb here from barbaderholt.closetomyheart.com. A couple of videos that I will have posted before this particular video airs were about slimline cards, and I had a great time using our big slimline frame set and had a little play with them. And I wanted to create a box to hold them so that I can gift the cards. This is what I came up with. It's very similar to the card box that I make for regular size cards. It opens like that, and you slip your cards in. So it starts out with a 12 by 12 piece of cardstock. This is cardstock from my stash. It's from several years ago, and I really like it. It has a bit of a UV coating pattern to it. In fact, I'll hold it up and you can use it. So we have sold recently some pattern papers that are like this, that have that UV coating, and it is a very nice quality cardstock. So if you see it, pick it up. It's really nice stuff. So we've got my oldie moldy scoreboard here from Stampin' Up! And I'm going to score at 1.5, 5.5, 7, 11. Give it a little whiz, butt it up to the top there, and we're going to score at 1.5. And at 10.5. Okay, hopefully that's all we need to do with the scoreboard. We'll get that out of the way. And I'm going to take my bone folder and do a little burnishing. I am being a little, not gentle per se, but not super vigorous with my folding, because you can crack the paper, and it's okay if the paper cracks. I ink it, but if you can avoid it, and this with the UV coating tends to be a little better about not cracking. I'm just going around and using my bone folder to burnish. There we go. And this last one over here. So you can see all of those score lines. Now we have to deal with our little squares. I'm going to cut up and wedge in. I'm going to do the same thing here. Cut up and wedge into the square. And wedge. Taking out that little wedge just eliminates some bulk. And we're going to flip it around here, and we have to do the exact same thing. This last square, and I'm wedging into the squares just like that. I'll get this out of the way. Now I am going to have to do a little trimming along here, I do believe. because this is going to be a little long on this outside. So I think I'm going to bring my scoreboard back in, and I'm going to, this was an inch. These two little flaps need to be an inch. So we're going to go 10 and a half to 11 and a half, and I'm just going to do a quick score here. And here I'm going to go to the 1/2 inch. The reason I'm doing that is to be able to cut that off and have it match up. Something I should have done in the beginning, but you know what? As you're going along, you think of things. And I just used that score mark. You could mark it with a pencil. Okay, let's start gluing things together. The bottom of the box is the end with the longer side. This is an inch, this is an inch and a half. So our bottom of the box is the 1.5 inch end. I'm adding some glue to the tab, and I'm lining up my corner with the edge of this side. Give it a little hold for a couple seconds. You can do the same thing here. We're going to attach this to the bottom of the box. And again, I'm lining up the edge of this paper with this corner and giving it a little press. If you wanted to, you could use some clamps. If you didn't want to take the time to sit and hold it, little butterfly clamps would work. And this last guy here, I find that glue works better, gives me a little wiggle room, but you could certainly use score tape or a tape runner, whatever you like, whatever floats your boat. And then here we need to make our lid. And same deal, I'm lining up that edge right like that. And if you find something's wonky and you need to do a little trimming, go for it. It's paper, we can do that. And that last edge with the corner. And then it should close just like that. Then I went into my design space file and found my little card design to put on here. First, I am going to take a little bit of, I think this is pewter. I looked at black, but that seemed a little bumblebee-ish, so I switched to pewter. And I think we can do a quick measure here. The box is 9 inches by 4 inches, which gives you some wiggle room for those cards. This little panel is about 8.25 by, I think, 3.25, and that was just an eyeball. There really is no rule when it comes to this. And I'm just using some paper from my stash. This is a good stash buster project. So just like that. And then I have the cards, and this is something that I made in Design Space. So I'm going to sit that up there, and then I made this fun little flower, and we're going to dab a little glue on here and put it on. You could pop it up if you want, but I don't think that's necessary. Just like that. It decorates it up, makes it look special. You know what's in there because there are cards in there. Makes a nice little gift. I think I will use this for a prize at my son and daughter-in-law's baby shower. And those cards slip right in there, and you've got enough room in there that you can get your fingers in to dig those cards out. So here you go, a Slimline Card Box. Thank you so much for stopping by. Have a blessed crafty day, and I'll see you next time.